How's everyone doing? I'm back again. Told you I was gonna make some more videos. I got up a little bit early. I ain't got to work a double today, which is good. But I'm going to make an evil eye charm. So I figured I'd make a video on how to do it. I spent about $7 for. I got a little wooden box, a blue one, and the color blue is significant with the evil eye. I know by the name it sounds, I guess a lot of people would be freaked out by it. Like the evil eye, oh, that's a bad thing. But it's actually not. Essentially, it's a charm you would keep on a keychain, a necklace, a bracelet. Hell, you could even get like an evil eye tattoo, something like that. But it's a blue eyeball, and I know conspiracy theorists are gonna go crazy. You know, Illuminati eye. Anything with eyes in it is evil. Well, evil eye. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah. Essentially, it's a charm, and what it does is it banishes like kind of like negativity, banishes evil spirits, demons, if someone's possessed, or jinn, negative jinn, banishes negative jinn, banishes people who are jealous of like things you have, people you're with, just jealous people in general. So if you're around like a lot of negative people, or you're just going out and about on your day, and you just kind of want to keep to yourself and just kind of, you want to stay in a good positive mood, the evil eye helps to banish negativity. So I actually see me wearing this quite a bit. Now the thing is, I do a lot of ghost hunting and stuff, me and my wife. So you would not want to wear this while ghost hunting. Otherwise, you're not going to catch anything. Or you wouldn't want to wear this. I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm not going to mention names, but she lost a couple babies, and she speaks to the dead essentially every now and then. And you wouldn't want to wear this while trying to contact the dead or come across evidence of the dead or anything like that, because automatically with the evil eye it's going to scare them away. Now with the evil eye, you don't, here's the thing, like it originated in like Greece, is what I found the origin, like when I studied it to be, was Greece. And blue is a very particular color that they want with the evil eye. Hence why I got like a little blue chest to keep it in. And I got it to where it's closed. That way, it's not always, the eye's not always watching. And essentially blue, like they're very superstitious with the color blue. Like houses with blue roofs, they will paint their house, their roofs blue to like banish evil spirits, banish ghosts, demons, whatever. So it's essentially a blue eye. And what was I saying? Oh yeah. With the evil eye, when you go to Greece, they have them like in little trinket shops and stuff, and a lot of people buy them just because they went to Greece and they're all over the place, like in certain places in Greece. And they're like, oh, I just want to buy it as like a trinket, like what do they call it? I don't know, like it's just something to buy to show your friends, and hey, I went to Greece and I got this. They don't even know what it means. They don't even know that they literally bought like an occult item. But it's an actual charm. It's used for a reason. Like a lot of people paint evil eyes in their house, or they keep an evil eye in their house. I don't, because personally, if something paranormal happens here, like I kind of want to see it, you know. But I wouldn't mind wearing one of these out and about, you know, especially running across a negative person. I would like to see how it works. Like if they're just thrown off and like trying to fuck with you, but they can't. So I don't know. I might wear it to work tonight and see what the effect is. But I got the little chest, and here's what I'm gonna keep it in. It's kind of like a little pocket watch, but it's magnetic. It opens up so you can keep. It's got the glass, see-through glass, and this where it's kind of rimmed out. And what I'm going to do is actually make a traditional Evil Eye, but it's going to be like a flip side, because you could put it in this and it magnetically closes. What I'm going to do is like take the outline, the rim here, and I'm going to take a piece of paper and like trace out the rim, make the traditional Evil Eye on one side, and then the other side I'm going to have a closed eye. So that way, if you want to keep the eye open, you can wear it and have the eye projecting out. Or if you're like ghost hunting, but you still want to wear your necklace, you can like take it off, open it up, flip the eye to where it's like a closed eyelid. So what I'm going to do is trace out the inside with the sheet of paper. I'm going to color the Evil Eye and then color the closed eye on one side. I'll laminate it, cut it out, make sure it fits good, and then add the necklace part of it. I'm going to make this one a necklace. And this was actually pretty cheap. I plan on one day in the future kind of opening up my own occult shop, like a local occult shop or something like that. That's actually my dream. Like one of my dream jobs would be to have an occult shop. Just kind of clock in and go to work and sell occult items and stuff. But we got one occult shop around here, and I would like to see if they would sell some of my homemade occult items. Because if you've watched my channel, I have probably at least 10 videos of me making different occult items. And this was actually pretty cheap. I paid $3.99 for the little chest, and then I think this was like $1.99. I spent $6.34 altogether. So I mean, you could profit from like a nice little charm like that when it's actually finished in a little chest, and maybe like type up a little instruction booklet to place inside of it. I mean, you could sell it for $20 to $25 and make profit off of it. So, and all it took you was an hour to make, maybe. I'm not sure how long this video will be. But that's the explanation of the Evil Eye. There's a little chest. It's kind of neat. It's got like a little closing hatch. I'll probably type up a little instruction page and put it in there. But yeah, so we're going to make the Evil Eye. I got an laminator. Got my laminating sheets. I have right here, this is a simple, I guess it's like fake leather, little snap-on, snap-off necklace. Pretty simple loop. You could get more, you could get a chain, you could get, for men, if you wanted to have kind of like a pocket watch style, Evil Eye, whatever. Somebody fucking with you, just flash it to them real quick. Put out that little shotgun blast of fuck your negativity. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is got my lamination sheet. I'm going to grab a blank sheet of paper, because I'm going to make this paper form, but a laminated paper. I would like to, you could probably honestly make like a little wooden coin or something, but that's getting pretty intricate, honestly. It would be harder to do. So I'm going to grab a pen. And there's going to be no cuts in this video, so it's just all me and my little workspace. But yeah, this would be a dope job to just wake up in the morning and just kind of make occult items all day. What I'm doing is I'm mashing the paper down into it. I don't know how well you can see it. I might prop up something. That way you guys can see it a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. Let me move that back. Give you guys a little better. That way you can see it. So I kind of mashed it down into it so you can see the ring. Got my pen out. I'm going to trace that ring. And if you hear like a sad robotic moaning in the background, that's my laminator. I got literally the cheapest laminator I could. I bought it probably about 2 years ago now. Back when I was bartending. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use color pencil. I'm going to check out my blue spectrum on my different blues. I'm going to do like a super pale light blue for the iris. And so I'm going to check out my spectrum of my different blues. And then do a darker blue on the outside. So I think that's about all my blues. There's one more. So probably do this blue for the outside. Yeah, pale blue on the inside. I don't know though, I kind of like the way that one looks, but it's almost a greenish hue. Yeah, I might do that one instead. It's got like a hint of like green in it. So checked out my spectrum. And to make it more like that umph, I might do some black around it. To give it that pop. And then I use these. I'm going to sharpen my pencil like that. I use a little scalpel. Those hand sharpeners suck, and you end up where color pencils, it's so weak, the actual like color part. It ends up always breaking in those. I don't like the way it breaks. So I'll do that blue on the outside. I had a little image. It would help to if you actually Google image the Evil Eye, what it looks like. Where the fuck did I put that? That way you can kind of see what it traditionally looks like if you're ever making one. Oh, I got it there. Okay. We'll do that. But yeah, I wouldn't mind even like doing an online shop for occult items. Because stuff, honestly, like these occult items too, if you go to like actual occult stores and stuff, they charge you so much for them, but you can make them so easily. Like I've put out videos how to make how to make wands or pendulums or Ouija boards. Like you can make all that stuff yourself, especially if you're kind of dirt poor like I am right now. You don't have to go and spend all that money. Now while that little piece is drying there, here I'm going to do the inside. Well no, I'll leave it blank, but while that little piece is drying there, I'm going to cut around it. But you don't want to cut literally the eye part out yet, because when we laminate it, you don't want that to kind of come through, or like you'll see, you don't want the lamination paper to mess up, and you're going to want to use a whole sheet of lamination paper. There's what we got so far. Nice drying. Should be dry. So we'll do the iris part. The inside of the eye. So we got that. And what we'll do on the other side is go ahead and retrace the outline, because we're going to want, normally the evil eye is one-sided, and to not get the effects, like when you're wanting to invite the paranormal, you don't want to have an evil eye on. If you want to experience the paranormal, if you want to have, like if you're a ghost hunter or something. So you just essentially take it off. But I actually was like, man, I should just make like a two-sided one. So we'll have the closed eye on this side. We'll put some eyelashes for when you still want to wear your necklace and don't want to lose it, but you want to have a paranormal experience, you know. The eye is closed. So we'll do that, and I'll use, and thankfully it's not bleeding through too bad, which I can always make another one. Peach colored pencil. Hell, this would be good for people with kids if you guys want to kind of teach them about the occult or whatever, or it's kind of fun because you get to do like little projects with them, you know, art projects and stuff. So I guess it'd be kind of cool to get kids into it, like making stuff like this with you. I used to with my kid, you know. Everybody, especially like my more religious side of the family, is like, oh, that's weird, that's crazy, that's weird. And it's like, that's no more weird to do this type of thing than it is to have your kid in children's church coloring pictures of Jesus. It's the same concept. Why is it weird to do something like this, you know? I mean, you act like I'm over here, like, sacrificing babies or something. Like, no, that's fucking weird and crazy. But to, like, teach your kid about witchcraft and all that jazz, like, I don't know. I never really taught her, like, what I do. I kind of wanted her to choose her own path. But we got the closed eye and the open eye. So now we get to the elimination part. And hopefully you all know how to use an elimination machine. I'm not going to show you that. I don't feel like moving the camera. So I'm going to run it through the eliminator real quick. Sorry about that. Like I said, no cuts, man. There we go. So what we'll do now is go ahead and carefully cut around. And there's other ways to make this. Like, I found some that were like little wooden tokens, so you could actually like paint it out if you wanted. But I wanted the option of the closed eye, like the actual use of it, to where you could always keep it on you, open or closed, you know. It's a nice little conversation piece. Because I was going to make one for me and my wife. So there we go. We got the little token, and it's bleeding through with the light. But honestly, where the light's shining, you can see it. But if it's like closer up and darker, you can't really tell. So closed eye, open eye. Let's see. And it's still a little too big. You'll want to check it on the rim to see how big it is. So I'm going to do a little more trimming on it. Just be careful with this step because you don't want to trim it too slim. So we'll do a little more trimming. Because if you do it too small, then it's going to be moving around and stuff. Okay, a little more trimming. So this is where you get into the whole keeping it symmetrical and even. A little more trimming. But yeah, people think I'm weird because I'm into this stuff. I actually got called crazy the other day. Somebody called me crazy because of like how I'm interested in the occult and stuff, and it's like it cracks me up too because the person who did that was like a Christian, and it's like, don't you guys believe in talking snakes? And she laughed at me and was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't believe in talking snakes. And I'm like, you believe the Bible, don't you? Well, yeah. In the Bible, I believe there's a talking snake in the Garden of Eden. Is there not? Well, yeah, so make fun of me again. People are silly. Yeah, I'll trim it up a little more. You know, we're stupid for enjoying this type of thing. But a carpenter who lived and died 3,000 years ago, who's going to come back on a white horse with a sword coming out of his mouth, that doesn't sound crazy at all. But us doing things like this, that's just bad shit. You're crazy. You should be locked in a mental institution. Oh, that was another thing too. They said there's something wrong with you. Something wrong with your head. There's something wrong with my head. Okay. Calling me crazy. Almost there. I'm going to trim up a little more. No, I find this stuff interesting, you know. And the thing is I've been kind of sheltered when it came to the occult and stuff like that. And I knew who I was inside, but I never got to be myself growing up. And even with like my ex-wife, you know, I never got to be myself. So for once in my life, you know, after my divorce and after turning 18 and being able to read what I always wanted to read and expand my mind, you know, open my third eye, be on my own, experience the world, the occult, religious differences and stuff like that. I was able to become myself, you know. There we go. I trimmed it up enough. There's a little evil eye. You can flip it over. Take this out if you want. Oop. Still needs a little bit of trimming, but flip it. I kind of might keep it a little bit tight though too. That way it stays in there better. But take it out and you can flip it to where if you're ghost hunting or whatever, you can flip it to the closed eye. So you can have it open or closed. There's the evil eye. You can make it however you want, whatever way you want. I'll keep it closed, but There you go. You got yourself a little evil eye charm. You know. But y'all have a good day. There's an occult item you can make on your own. You can make them and sell them. You can make them and wear them. Keep them for yourself for occult reasons, whatever. But y'all have a good day.